When I was a Muslim, I never questioned how we, Muslims, would revere Muhammad. I thought other religions were just the same. In Islam, among Muslims, Muhammad is so holy that insulting him, criticizing him, offending him by mistake, rejecting something he only suggested, disagreeing with him, doing anything that is not in accordance with Muhammad is considered very bad, almost equal to insulting Allah, the Almighty God. Thinking about it now, it just looks so ridiculous. Worship in Judaism and Christianity is something you do for God, the One and Almighty. Christians do have a human figure, but he is considered one with God. He is God. He didn't walk around setting an example of how to brush your teeth or how to go to the toilet. His example is faith, devotion, emotions and interactions, general morals, love. Muhammad is not even God or anything. He is just a mere human in Arabia in the 7th century, in a culture that was far more backward than so many other cultures of its own time. How can this person, of whom we have so many records of every single act in a daily life, be an example to someone who lives today, in the 21st century, with all the knowledge and development that we have today? How can he be considered the most perfect human when he didn't even possess half of the knowledge that an average person has today? It's just ludicrous. Moreover, how can he be so much in the focus of every believer, so much that every Muslim mentions him worshipfully every day? How can he be so much protected that any criticism of him can land you in jail and get you a death sentence in Pakistan, in Saudi Arabia, and in so many other partially or fully Islamically run countries? How can he occupy so much of your time, your mind, your worship, your emotions, your life, when Abrahamic religion is about worshipping and listening to God? How can Muhammad have so much say, so much holiness, such an immensely superhuman-like position in Islam, when Tawheed, the oneness of and the complete devotion to God, is also taught to be the most essential basis of Islam? It's a contradiction. It makes no sense. Islam is theoretically monotheistic, but practically almost polytheistic. It is logically flawed, practically contradictory, philosophically inconsistent. It makes no sense. Muhammad says in the fundamental scriptures of Islam not to ask too many questions, that it's bad to ask too many questions, that Allah doesn't like those who ask too many questions. It looks like that's simply because if you ask too many questions, Islam won't be able to answer those questions. And if you keep asking questions until you get satisfying answers, then you will end up here. You will stop believing in Islam and you will leave Islam. Because Islam doesn't have the answers you are looking for. Islam can't complete its own way of thinking. How could it help you? It can't. Stay away from Islam.